Hello, and welcome to this Human Body Institute video. The topic of discussion for today is protein. Do you want to increase your understanding of health? Go ahead and delve into the proteins. What are the amino acids in a protein? So here are some fast protein basics. Hundreds to perhaps thousands of different amino. Many amino acids are linked together. Amino acids are also substances containing carbon and hydrogen, even nitrogen and oxygen. Also, that the importance of nitrogen for our conversation regarding potential safety concerns, and even when we discuss a concept known as nitrogen balance. However, even though a protein may include hundreds of amino acids, our body only uses a total of 20 amino acids to create different proteins. The order or sequence of the amino acids, the number, and the precise manner in which they are folded and bonded together determine a protein's unique properties and functions. Obviously, for the purposes of our discussion, we're functions of proteins more than just for muscles, going to focus on the types of proteins that are utilized in this amazing tissue, the muscle tissue. However, as a quick, cool FYI, proteins are used for much more than just muscles. They can roughly be divided into 5 types. You have proteins that are used to make enzymes, and some hormones contain proteins. Transport proteins literally move materials through the blood. Immune system proteins, such as antibodies, are composed of proteins, and of course, muscle tissue's structural and contractile proteins. Humans start to gradually lose skeletal muscle around the age of 50. Sarcopenia, as it is also known, is a frequent condition among older adults. Inactivity, poor diet, and chronic sickness all exacerbate muscle loss. You may be able to retain your strength and muscle mass if you consume the daily required amount of protein. This is crucial for keeping your mobility and lowering your chance of suffering injuries from falls. It's crucial for elderly people to consume protein effectively in order to preserve muscle mass. Consuming foods high in protein quality, such as lean meats, is required. Diets with a lot of protein are risky. Some fad diets encourage daily protein doses of 200-400 g, which is quite high. This is more than 5 times what the Australian dietary guidelines advise. Even for bodybuilders and athletes, the protein recommendations in the guidelines provide enough protein to develop and repair muscles. A diet with a lot of protein might put stress on the liver and kidneys. Additionally, it may cause an excessive loss of the mineral calcium, raising your risk of osteoporosis. What are the advantages of protein for health? Numerous bodily processes depend on getting adequate protein in our diets to meet our needs. However, there is evidence to support the idea that, in some circumstances, consuming more protein than is necessary may have additional health advantages. The amount of protein needed to satisfy the nutritional requirements of almost all healthy individuals is 0.8 grams g per kilogram kg of body weight, or the recommended dietary intake. According to the MyPlate recommendations of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, protein should make up around 1/4 of your plate in order to maintain nutritional balance. What are the advantages of protein for health? Numerous bodily processes depend on getting adequate protein in our diets to meet our needs. Take your body weight in pounds and multiply it by 0.36, advises Harvard Health Publishing, to determine the recommended daily intake of protein. The end result should put you within the recommended range of getting 10 to 35% of your daily calories from protein. Typically, this means having some type of dairy at each meal and a piece of meat the size of a deck of cards, or 3 ounces, Oz, at lunch and dinner, or an equivalent amount of plant-based protein. Remember that these suggestions can vary based on your age and health. Some people might profit from concentrating on increasing their protein intake. According to the Nutrients article, older persons who don't get enough protein may become generally feeble, tired, lose muscle mass, and have a higher mortality risk. Here's a solution. For these older persons, consuming 25 to 30 g of high-quality protein per meal can encourage protein synthesis. Protein-fortified products and supplements. Although many natural foods include protein, you have access to a wide variety of manufactured protein-rich foods. Here are a few instances: supplements containing protein powder, shakes, bars, breads, protein pancake mixes, and protein chips. These items might be suitable for some persons, such as athletes and the elderly, who want to consume more protein than is often advised. Before using these goods, bear the following in mind. Read the nutrition facts label on your meal before consuming protein shakes or other supplements. A product isn't always healthy overall just because it has a lot of protein. According to the Mayo Clinic, look for protein supplements that have no more than 200 calories, no more than 2 grams of saturated fat, and no more than 5 grams of sugar. Be aware that supplements may be dangerous. This is particularly valid if you are taking medication for a pre-existing medical condition. Take these claims with a grain of salt since, more importantly, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, does not regulate supplements, so there is no oversight checking that the products live up to their claims on their box. Never add them to your diet without first discussing it with your medical provider. Do not substitute whole food sources of protein for high-protein packaged goods. According to the Mayo Clinic, whole foods give nutritional advantages that manufactured alternatives do not. In addition, for best health, health professionals advise avoiding packaged and processed foods. Protein is necessary for life since it contains the essential amino acids for cell and tissue growth and maintenance. Depending on our stage of life, we need different amounts of protein, and most Europeans consume enough to satisfy their needs. The quality and digestibility of the proteins people eat shouldn't be a problem because the majority of people eat a variety of foods, as long as the total amount of protein they consume satisfies their daily needs. We should choose protein-rich foods since they not only supply needed amino acids, but also help us maintain a balanced and sustainable diet. That concludes my brief discussion of proteins. I appreciate everyone who saw this video. Please like and subscribe if you wish to support the channel in the future. And we'll run into you again soon.